All right, everybody has a name, pronouns, stats, and one person even has a picture. Cool. So I guess we should just like kind of, as I would say, introduce our characters and what we know about them, but that might be nothing. In my case, that's nothing. I know my character's name is Yolanda Davis, and she is a nerd. Or at least people think she's a nerd.
Is one fact more than I know. I do not even know my character's last name yet.
You know, maybe she just maybe she's one of those people, or at least aspires to be one of those people who just has one name. So she just never tells anybody her last name.
So cool.
Cool. Or maybe you'll come up with one. So we can kind of move on to the world setup / also kind of character history setup. The way you do that is take turns answering those. There's those lists of questions kind of in the middle of that first sheet. There's people, places, and things. And the way we do this setup is just each of us pick a person, pick a question in the people column, answer it by making up an NPC. And you can make up as much detail about like that answer as you want, or you can just have a name if you want, and then we just write it down there in the graph or the lists below the question lists. Actually, giving a name and like a job or like something about them would be good. So let's see. Just grab one here. All right. Okay, Nicholas told me a secret that I've kept so far.
And do we need to pick different questions?
Yeah, everybody picks different questions. I guess, I don't know if you can come up with one that's very different, or if like for some reason Nicholas told us both that secret, that could work. But the idea is to generate as many, well, not as many NPCs, as many NPCs as we have PCs. Something about Nicholas. I want to have all these nice random things down here. Oh, Nicholas is a retired movie star. So whoever wants to grab the next one, go right ahead.
And they can be any people, place, or thing.
So you'll answer one of each. Okay. If you can't think of a person, yeah, you can grab one from one of the others. But the idea is like each of us will have one person, one place, and one thing. They don't necessarily have to be in order.
I am going to say that Austin, the store manager, holds a grudge from that fight we had years ago. So, do that.
And once we've filled up all the blanks in that list, just pick one of the pre-written ones and fill it in over it.
And I'll say that Paulina covers me at work.
I love those pictures of Zeke. That is the best.
Thanks.
Who still needs a person?
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to think of something.
Feel free to alter a question if like you have something kind of close but not exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna say that I know that Paulina, the store cleric's baby, isn't actually her husband's.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So yeah, that works.
I think I'm gonna go with for person. Trish is marrying the person I'm secretly in love with.
Oh wow. Okay. Trish, do we want to? Which one of the bottom three do we want to replace with?
Wait,
Trish?
there's a bottom three. I'm
So
sorry.
look, there's three lists under setting details, kind of in the middle or below those.
Oh,
Lists. And the bottom three were just ones that I had already filled in case we only had 3 players. So you can just replace one of those,
oh, no, that's fine. I can just go with.
or just add.
Keisha.
You could just add one. Yeah.
I'll just go with Keisha. Keisha, the game
Okay.
board. That's fine. Sorry, I missed that. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. Those are, like I said, I just fill those in so that like 3 people can play and not have to spend a lot of time.
I didn't even see that stuff. I kind of got lost in finding pictures. So.
Yeah, easy to do. Although you found awesome pictures, so totally worth it.
Thanks.
Cool. Okay. Everybody's got a person. So places. Is any of these jumping out at anyone?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the biscuit shack and just get that out of the way.
There's something special about biscuits, Jim?
I'm taking the biscuit shack. And then down on the bottom is where that place is.
Yeah, and the list is like, so how the biscuit shack, how are you how you think of it or how it's related to you in some way, is that just, yeah, like a question to go with it.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm looking up top. I got ahead of myself. Bu- 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 um, oh, the Biscuit Shack is where I've stopped going, even though I used to go there all the time. And that's the Biscuit Shack in Orchard City.
Awesome.
Secretly go to the nearby casino, One-Armed Joe's.
Excellent. Can't imagine why you'd go to such a place in secret and wouldn't tell everybody.
I don't have a problem, okay?
I think Kyle's always running into people at the nameless park by the dam.
Cool. And you can thank, I don't remember if it was Barry or Chris for all of the like the store names ending with a C, and that should be end with CK. It was one of their ideas. I don't remember which, and it stuck.
That totally checks out for Barry.
Let's see. I am afraid to go. Where am I afraid to go? I'm afraid to go anywhere near the fireworks stand. Because I have either seen fireworks blow up unexpectedly, or I have been told about, the terrible things that have happened to people, and I am afraid of fireworks now.
I think that Zeke has met both his worst enemy and his best friend at the flea market.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
That totally checks out.
Most people go to the flea market to pick up stuff, but Zeke has picked up friends and enemies there. And things, yeah.
My neighbor Austin has been trying to sell a bear for years.
A bear?
Yeah, he just
Perfect.
he adopted it when it was a cub, and then it got big, and these days he just has it chained up in his front yard, and he's been trying to find someone to buy it.
Perfect.
Now do I just give more animals? Because I was already going to have a wacky animal for mine.
I don't know if I want 2 wacky animals.
It's a more normal animal.
I mean, there are both wacky and less wacky example answers to that. Depends on what sort of, I don't know, what sort of tone we're going for. 2 wacky animals might be too much, though. But a wacky animal and a normal animal might be fine. I mean, Ostrich Farm is one of the options for the places, so. Incidentally, every one of those places is a very slightly modified name of a real place. including the ostrich farm.
Well, Jim might get mad at me for this one, but I'm going there anyway. For my thing, Zeke's 18th birthday, his weirdest relative, crazy Aunt Ida, gave him Amazing Fantasy number 15, an incredibly rare comic book. All right. Jim's not mad. Okay, good.
No, that's great.
My ex would not take this stupid locked metal box with no key that they found at a flea market. Yeah, it's still just like sitting in my house. One of these days, maybe I'll break it open with a sledgehammer or something. But till then, it's just a locked metal box.
You know what I have owned for years but never used because I'm afraid to mess it up is a paddle boat, like one of those ones that you have at a park that like two people sit in and you paddle it, and like it's in my yard with a tarp over it and stuff like that. And I've never, like, I'm not quite sure what kind of trailer I would have to buy or anything like that. But yeah, I've got a paddle boat that I've never taken out on the lake because I'm afraid speedboats going by would capsize, whatever. I don't know. But you know, sometimes I will sit in it and just pedal it, you know, on dry land, thinking how cool it would be to have somebody to sit in that paddle boat with me. So.
Awesome. Okay, last step of setup here is this last column called problems. And the thing about problems is you pick one and you fill in those like person 1, person 2, place with names from those lists that we just made. If you pick one of from that first list, the A plot, one of those slots has to be filled in with another PC. If you pick from the B plot, that's completely optional. 2 people can definitely pick the same, you know, the same person or the same place or the same thing. That's kind of the idea.
So everyone's choosing a plot, or are we voting to choose which A plot we go with?
Anybody can choose an A plot, although it's so those ones kind of tend to take up a lot more, you know, a lot more time and effort during the game. So that's why you need to add a PC to it. Probably want a maximum of 2 of those. And I'm thinking, like, if you're involved in someone else's A plot, you know, maybe don't pick an A plot yourself. You're gonna, unless you want to be very busy, which, you know, maybe you do. So the problems are not, they're not even at all. Some of them are pretty simple. If you like happen to resolve it in one scene, you can pick another one. Ideally, they're just there to get you started, and, like, you know, more problems will happen. And
All right, I have decided. Kyle, was supposed to deliver Austin's bear to someone, but the paper got wet, and I can only read part of the address. Is it where or where?
So he finally sold the bear. but he
So
won't
he
tell
sold
you.
the bear and hired Kyle to move it, and it's gonna go really badly.
I think I did something terrible to someone, and they have just become my new boss. I'm not sure who. Let me look at this list. Austin seems too obvious.
What's the place that you added?
What place did I add? Fireworks stand that
Okay.
I'm terrified of. I'm certain that it's going to explode any day. Get rid of statues, left hand. Nice.
Yeah, there's something valuable in it. Rumored to be something valuable inside the statue in the middle of town.
Awesome. I think Keisha, the game warden, just became my boss. I don't know if she just became the game warden and I'm working for her now, or if she just like got a different job and is now my boss. Not sure which that is, but or what I did to her, but I've never apologized for it.
Oh man, who would owe me? Which of you would owe me money, but paid me with that paddle boat instead? That turned out to be stolen.
I mean, pretty sure Kyle's a petty criminal, so
Kyle, yeah. And so if you take a look at my jock nerd rather prep nerd thing, is that I'm an IT guy.
mhm.
So like I certainly could, like, if we hang out together and play video games, or whatever, like I fixed your phone for you, or
Yeah.
like got you a cheap Alienware gaming rig, and
Definitely.
and you gave me that paddle boat. Does that work for you?
That works.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So
Let's see. Do you think any of you are marrying Keisha?
Well, Keisha's marrying the person I'm secretly in love with.
Yeah,
So I
that's
don't
why I was
think
asking if
I'm.
anyone else was, maybe,
Yeah.
besides
So
you.
I don't think Zeke is. No.
You're just secretly in
and-
love
and-
with yourself.
And I've been avoiding Keisha for years, so it's probably not me.
well, I could be marrying Keisha if that makes it fun. Fun and
Sure.
interesting.
Yeah, Keisha is marrying you then at, let's say, that park, that nameless park.
I think that's great. Yeah, the nameless park by the dam.
And I think you're making a big mistake.
Okay. And what I said, Kyle owes me money, but paid me with the pedal boat instead. Turns out it's stolen property and belongs to Rob the bartender. How does that check out with your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Stole a pedal boat from a bartender. It's fantastic. I love that.
I keep running into Keisha at the Biscuit Shack. In addition to her now being my boss.
Where's the wedding taking place again? Steve?
The park.
At the
Yeah.
nameless park.
Okay, cool.
The nameless park by the dam.
And the ordained minister certificate is yours for grace, right?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, and I decided that the two places that Kyle thinks he has to take the bear to is either the casino or the nameless park by the dam.
Yeah, that checks out.
Those are definitely the two places.
That we need a bear. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got a question, Rich.
Yes.
Did you? So this is like a super deep cut nerd comic book nerd question. Is the thing that you put for Amazing Fantasy number 16, is that a typo? Or did your aunt actually think that the Amazing Fantasy 16 that they published in like the late 90s that's worth $2 was actually the first appearance of Spider-Man and presented it to you like she had done a wonderful thing?
I think we'll go with option 2. I think that was a typo on my part, but I like that version better. So it's just a worthless comic that she thinks is something because she is crazy Aunt Ida.
Yeah, that you've got to leave framed up on the wall or something like that for whenever she comes over. And yeah,
Yep.
kinda, okay.
Does everyone have a problem?
Yeah, I think I'm going with the friendly dog one.
Cool. A nice simple problem.
I really think that friendly dog should just be replaced with friendly bear, though.
Um,
Nah, I got the bear.
next version
Yeah.
of this game very well might.
Already have a bear delivery service. I think we've that's all I can bear. What if we not involved much of the people?
I think
Anyone doing anything with Nicholas?
no, he told me a secret one. That's
Paulina.
all. Or Paulina also.
Paulina
Well,
works at the grocery store.
secret.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Do we want Paulina to be afraid of dogs?
I think she can be afraid of dogs.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay, that's the setup. That's all. Like, so the way you actually play it is just take turns framing a scene where you at least start out trying to solve your problem. If you end up doing something else in that scene, that's completely cool. Like I said, the problems are really just to start everybody out. And you can just like play it out with whoever wants to play the NPCs or whichever PCs are there until somebody does something that would require a roll. And that is when we get a GM. And the GM is just whoever is not, there's somebody who's not in the scene. If everyone's in the scene, it's just the person who's least involved because they kind of drop their player character for the rest of that scene. And you just roll with a stat. Jock for physical challenges, nerd for mental challenges, prep for social challenges, and goth for creative challenges if you don't have magic, magical challenges if you do have magic. And the result of your die roll tells who gets to decide what the outcome is. Get 10 plus. It's basically PBTA dice rolls. 10 plus the player roll, just like you get to decide what the outcome is. You just play out the scene as if, like it's up to you. 7 to 9, same, except that each other player suggests a complication, and you have to pick one and integrate it into whatever happens. 6 minus, that's where you get a GM. The GM decides how your action made the situation worse. Narrates the rest of the scene. Once it's resolved, you just move on to the next scene. Somebody else tries to solve their problem. The only, well, okay, so we also have tokens. Tokens are how you push back against your reputation, because these stats are what people think of you, what people expect from you. And sometimes they're wrong. So you can earn a token by declaring that they're wrong, you're not actually that good at this thing. And choose to treat it as 1 tier lower. You can spend a token to raise it 1 tier. Let me see what the numbers here are. I changed this around a bit. Okay, you can spend 2 tokens. You can shift your reputation 1 cell in any direction. It's still going to add up to 0. It's still a maximum of +2 for each stat. So it doesn't actually change your total, but you can alter it some. And then you can spend 3 tokens once per campaign to create a new stat for yourself. It can be anything you want. It has to be something, I guess, that you can apply to an action or to a type of action. And you do that when like you decide to do something that like nobody would expect from you. And this is like your chance to define yourself. This is like what you think is true about your character, not what their neighbors think is true. And you'll get a +2 immediately in that stat. Everything else resets to 0 because nobody knows what to think of you now. And you roll with that stat to do the thing, and like you keep it for the rest of the game. You can still shift your reputation stats around after that if you'd like, but you can keep that +2 in your new stat. I think that is the rules. I think that's it. So would anyone like to start? They're solving their problem. Any of these problems jumping out as something that needs to be solved ASAP.
Steven, I think you're talking on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have an idea for a scene. I think that as our Kyle is attempting to corral a bear off of Austin's yard, Grace comes out with her walker and kind of peers down at him and goes, "What are you doing messing around with Austin's bear, Kyle? Hope you're not getting up to any sort of hooliganism with it."
No. Nope. He told me to do this. He's paying me.
Good to hear. And I kind of come down and kind of make a gesture of helping with the bear, but I'm really just sort of prodding at it with the walker like a lion tamer would.
Nice. And the bear, as we can see in the picture that I found, is going through the garbage.
So I was visiting the gas station the other day, and that Paulina looks a fair ways up the river with the baby, doesn't she?
Yeah. Isn't she about to get married?
Oh, Paulina is the one who is married. But she's not pregnant but it's not her husband's baby that she's carrying.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It would, I hear her husband, Big Rob, he was in the Korean War, used to do demolitions, keeps a whole lot of explosives, I hear, from back in the day.
Oh,
It would sure be trouble for, and I kind of glare at you, whoever was the actual father of Paulina's baby, if it got out, wouldn't it?
Kyle is completely not getting it. Like, he has no idea what's going on.
Yep, it sure would be trouble for that fella that Paulina's always covering for if her husband got into his head that he was he was messing around with her wife, with big what was the name I gave him? Rob's wife, isn't it?
What? No. I've never do that. Pauline just covers me.
Well,
She's real nice.
Big Rob has a tendency to see red, and then things get blown up, and things will fall where they may. Sure would be trouble if he were to hear that from some well-meaning soul.
Oh, come on now, Grace. What are you doing talking like that?
Well, I'm just thinking that, out there's that park that our Fabien and Keisha is going to be getting married in. The tomorrow, and it would sure be a trouble if some bear were to come around and mess things up before the wedding. That's all I'm saying. Wouldn't that be a bother for the two of them? They'd have to push off the wedding.
What do you got going on with the wedding? You're always butting into everyone's business. I'm over here talking to
Oh,
me.
I don't like to mess. I just think that it would be a trouble if they were to have to push off that wedding. It's not that I think the two of them are bad for each other or anything. I just think it would be trouble.
Oh, Fabian's nice. What do you got against Fabien?
Yeah, and I'm just saying, if you want to help Fabien and maybe want to avoid having any trouble with Big Rob, you might want to, drop by the park with this here bear before things before taking it wherever you're planning.
You just be mean. You're being mean now. I'm gonna leave. You guys all
Come around
mean
my
on
house
me.
sometime and I'll have a pie baked up for you, and thanks.
Kyle walks off, shaking his head, kind of pulling the bear as it's like scooting along the ground behind him.
That was definitely an attempt to solve your problem. Husband, let's see.
Can we? I would very much like to frame a scene. We've established I'm getting married tomorrow. Gentlemen, you know what that means. That we will have to. We're going to have a scene with Fabian's bachelor party, I think.
Of course, at One Arm Joe's.
At One Arm Joe's, where Rob the bartender works, and yeah. So, like I think absolutely, Zeke and Kyle would both be there, right? And I see that it says you're the best GM in unidentified area. I feel like we absolutely all play D&D together on some kind of semi-regular basis. Yeah.
How else could I have fallen in love with Fabien?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And who else can we have? So like Rob is the bartender at the casino, right? And like I would invite all the other dudes. We would have all the other dudes. So like Nick, the retired movie star, Austin, the store manager, and Sam would all be there. And like I know Austin holds a grudge from that fight years ago, but like inviting him to the bachelor party is the way to try and get him to like I don't know why he's still so upset about it. So inviting him to the bachelor party is how we're gonna like make it up to him, right? And get him to just chill out about it.
Obviously, now is the time.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like are we all we're not all like you and I are both. I'm like a super nerd. And Eli not so much. Like I feel like this would. So would we have like gotten? We probably got a poker room and we're all playing poker. Like that's like poker is like a jock nerd kind of a place where like that stuff intersects, right?
Oh, I don't know why I brought my box set, but fine, I'll just side.
Yeah, no, we're not playing D&D at the casino.
We could, but fine.
We could, but like we're
No,
playing...
it's your bachelor party.
No, like I never get to play poker. We have like a professional dealer. They know the rules. think of the dealer as the DM for our poker game.
Okay.
Come on, Zeke.
No,
you're
I'm
gonna...
into it. It's fine. This is
Look,
great.
it's your night. It's his
Yeah, it's your
night.
night. I mean, even if we were playing like Pinochle, I'd be down for it.
Okay, so we're all sitting around, and and whatever, and we're playing poker, and like it's whatever, we're like it's relatively low ante and stuff like this. Like the casino's making money because we paid them, like basically we paid to rent the room, right? And I am and like what I would like is like Rob is like there's actually like a bar in the room, right? Like we have our own private bar for like just the 5 of us, and Rob's the bartender. And I start talking about maybe if I get drunk enough, I can take that stupid pedal boat out on the pond with Rob sitting right there.
Rob just kind of glares with that steely, dead to the, like, he's just dead inside glare at all of you. Paddle boat, huh?
Yes, paddle boat. It's the weirdest thing. I gave Kyle my old Alienware rig so that he could play League of Legends with us, and I mean, Kyle. We all know Kyle, right? Like Kyle, like Kyle doesn't have like.
I know Kyle.
No, we don't need a boat to go out on the lake. We can just go skinny dipping.
And he paid me with a pedal boat, like one of those old rental paddle boats that one of the nice fiberglass ones, and it's been sitting under a tarp in my garage for the last 2 months, and I don't know, man, and I'm afraid to take it out, like I've never owned a boat before.
I did. Does yours have the name Paulina painted on the side?
No, I can't have.
No, there was no. It's all it looks like it had a fresh coat of paint when Kyle gave it to me.
Interesting. Interesting.
So
Can't have. I got it fresh from the store. It was a great deal.
And I get up and I walk over to the bar, like I walk up to Rob and I'm like, don't tell me that you also do you have a pedal boat too? Like, who owns a pedal boat? It's so weird. Like, I see them in parks and stuff, but I never thought of like owning one, right?
Paddle boat is a man's vehicle. Understandable that someone like yourself couldn't handle it.
And I do that totally unironic laugh, like I think he's joking. Like he's just messing with me.
What the fuck you laughing at me for, boy? And I like grab you by the collar and pull you over.
Whoa, Rob! What the hell? Hey!
Yeah, I'll get up and whoa, hey, come on, Rob, you're like paid to be here and serve drinks to the guy who's getting married.
Rob, come on, don't do it again. Like, you know what happened last time, and like Sam has idly been playing with some cards, and like
your brother got back use of the hand, I hope.
I mean, he still wears a wrist brace every night to sleep in, but
Rob, don't like being touched without my permission. Sorry about that again.
Rob, what's the matter? Seriously, you're usually totally cool. What's going on, man?
I'm sorry, boys. It's the wife. Things have been cool between us. I thought the baby would solve things, but I don't know. I feel like she's keeping something from me.
That's yikes. That's it's kind of a downer for a bachelor party, Rob.
Yeah, there's something fun.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just.
You know what?
He's tearing up a little. Just
Um,
go have your drinks.
And,
I'll
and
take
I'm,
care. I'll handle things here.
and I like like you've just got my platinum Amex card up there as a like just that's running the tab on, and I'm like, Rob, seriously, have something yourself. You're freaking out, man. No, go ahead. Just have something put on my tab. It's all good. We're here to have fun. I mean, can you? And I like look outside. I'm like, can you come play a couple of hands with us? I mean, we're paying for your time, right? You don't have to stand here behind the bar the whole time.
Well, I shouldn't drink. I lose control of things when I drink. But I guess
then-
if you insist, and he throws back a shot.
Okay. Yeah, man. Woo! Bachelor party. Woo!
Yeah, let's all do a shot.
Yeah, and I guess we'll just get to drinking. And I feel like this is a role to see like how messed up I am and whether I'm actually ready for like how ready I am for the wedding the next day.
That seems fair. I was thinking maybe to see how much whether or not you piss Rab off, but
Feels like a perennial bachelor party thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? In terms of solving my problem, if like yeah, like if it's a Rob's reaction thing in terms of approaching my problem about, him just deciding to let it drop or or us coming to some kind of a detente.
Really, I think it's a matter of who he decides to hunt down. You or Kyle.
Yeah, awesome. That's cool. That's great. That's cool. So yeah, so my like plan so yeah, so I've like so this is me like bringing Rob into the bachelor party, partying with him, making him feel included as part of the group and stuff like that. And I feel like that's prep, right?
Yeah, that's as social as it gets.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So I'm rolling 2d6 and adding 2, I believe, is what's happening here, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so there's 2. I'm gonna choose green because I always liked green. And there's a 4 plus 2, which will get me all the way to 6.
Well, normally I would answer this, but since Stephen is playing Rob, I think this is his decision. How does this make the situation worse?
And narrate the rest of the scene.
Yeah, I think that probably like as the night plays out, there's just always the simmering tension. And then like as the lot of you are like leaving and we see you getting into your car, we flip to like a darkened car across the lot from you, and it's Rob, and he just now has a bottle of whiskey just from the bar in the car, and he's drinking from it. Laugh at me, will you? Think you can just steal my fucking paddle boat without me finding out about it? There's going to be a reckoning tonight, and its name is Rob.
That's fantastic. And it's definitely it's a stretch Hummer that we've rented, right? For the one of those kind of things. I feel like that's great. Yeah.
Perfect. Nothing bad can happen from that. It'll all be fine.
I love you guys. You guys are the best. I never thought
I don't
when
even know you. I'm just.
we started playing D&D that we'd be best friends.
Zeke, I think we should maybe get him home. He's not looking so good.
I mean, he hasn't asked to go home. He asked for a D&D game. We should
Yeah.
play.
You remember we used to play like all weekend.
I haven't played that in so long.
There we
I
go.
don't
2
remember
people
the
requested it.
character.
It has to happen. Let's do it. Let's just do it right here. Let's throw down.
Okay, well, I need to put my bear somewhere. It's in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
You just have it in a parking space.
It's tied to the handicap parking pole.
You know what? Here's what we do. Keisha, the light of my life, who is going to be my dungeon master forever after tomorrow. She's game warden, and she knows all about bears and deer and raccoons and stuff. We just drop it at her place, and she'll know what to do, and then we don't have to worry about it. But I can't see her because that's bad luck. That's what she says.
That sounds like a great idea. All right, Zeke. Let's put the bear in the car and drop it off at Keisha.
Whose car? Whose car?
No, hang on. I'll call, and like I own an IT tech business, right? Like a tech repair business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call one of the overnight kids and have them. They'll bring one of the vans, and I'll tell them to make sure the back is empty. And you
It's
can
perfect.
put the bear in the van.
Fabe, no. This is a bear. No.
It's a small one. We've been chilling all day, and you only got into like 3 garbage cans. It'll be fine.
Yes.
This is a
Mr.
terrible idea.
Mr. Kavanaugh, and we have a grisly situation here.
It's a black bear.
Oh,
Hey,
weird.
Yes, we need you. I need you to come to the casino with one of the vans. I am drunk, and I'm getting married tomorrow, and I sign your paychecks, so you will do this.
You just want me to drive a van
Just
to
bring
the
van
casino.
to the casino because one of someone I know needs a ride.
Okay, nobody has all right, fine. Yeah, no problem.
Well, I mean, this
Better
counts.
than telling people to turn their computer off and back on.
We're drunk.
This counts as a service call, so you put it on your time card, like you serviced someone.
Yeah, you know what? Sure, absolutely. I'll be right there. As soon as you say that, like, oh, you paid for this. Cool.
That van will be here soon.
Perfect.
Fist bump.
And the van is there in 10, 15 minutes. So here's did you want this person to drive the bear?
Yeah.
I
I pay them money.
Yeah, so he gets out and he's looking around like, okay, where's your
And
Fabien? Oh God, there's a bear.
yes.
He's real
That
cuddly.
is, the bear is our client, and I expect you to deliver exceptional Fix 24 service just like you would to any other client.
Is he having a problem with his internet? He's a bear.
This bear's in the wrong place. He needs to go somewhere. And you're gonna drive him.
Shouldn't you be calling Fish and Game for this? Dog catcher or something?
Don't
See,
worry.
this is the thing. You're
It's
bringing
not wild.
it to Fishing Game. So, you're gonna bring it to Fishing Game. I'll come with you. I'll ride along. We'll all, Zeke and
Come on, Zeke, Sam. I think there's room in the
Kyle.
back. With
Yeah.
the bear.
Yeah, you know what? All right, I can't wait to tell this story tomorrow. Sure.
That's the Fix 24 spirit.
You know, this will be a lot more fun than Jake back there is having answering the phones.
Yeah. All right. Load the bear up and
You got something to you got some food or something to lure it in?
He likes me. And I'm pushing on the bear. Might be a roll.
Does the bear get in the van? That's a good roll.
I think it's Jock.
I think so.
I rolled an 11. Plus 1.
Okay, so with that roll, you can either have it work perfectly or you can choose to treat it as a 7 to 9 and earn a token.
Alright. What is 7 to 9 mean?
On a 7 to 9, everyone else suggests like some complication and you have to pick one and integrate it into like the rest of your scene.
Oh, well, we gotta do that.
Cool. Well, you have a token, an extra token now. Complications from the bear. You can get the bear into the van, but you're gonna have to put a garbage can in it.
that's pretty good.
You'll have to bring the car in, but it's gonna fall asleep on you.
So it goes smoothly. You get the bear in the van, we drive it over there, but when we arrive, Keisha's bachelorette party is actually going on.
Oh, actually, yeah, it can go smoothly, but you're going to get interrupted on the way there by a drunken Rob in his Hummer.
Oh, there's that, yeah. That would be a complication.
So Eli, you get to choose which one of those is true.
Well, Rich, did you want to contribute one
sorry.
to the?
No, you can go ahead. That's good.
Okay.
Those are good.
Yeah, I think some combination of the bachelorette party and all of us kind of smelling a little bit like, or at least Kyle smelling a little bit like trash. I think those seem pretty good. And we load him up, and follows us, and doesn't cause any damage really in the back of the van. It's quite surprising, honestly.
It just stinks from the trash. That like the bear is just content to. Nice. when you get to the house, all the lights are on, there's loud music, and there's a couple women obviously drunk on the porch. And like, oh, hey, pizza guy's here.
And Kyle, being drunk, opens the back doors to the van and yells something to the equivalent of, "You're free!"
Yeah, and like I feel like that's like you yell, it's free. The bear kind of lumbers out of the back, and that's when the whatever, like the stripper with the park ranger hat, the male stripper with like the and the just like the short, like the booty shorts. That's when he comes walking out onto the porch. Yeah, and I'm like, go, 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 I say to our driver.
And meanwhile, the bear runs right up to this guy and like knocks him off the porch.
Go, 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 it's bad luck for me to see her.
Nice. And the employee driving the van is more than happy to oblige. The van just like takes off at some incredible speed. You didn't know the vans aren't supposed to go this fast, and this.
Yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
Like they disabled the thing that kept them from going this fast.
Yeah, whatever regulators are on them. And like I like bang on the the whatever the I envision this as being one of those vans that's got like a little door that you can open right into the back, like front seat. It's got a wall there with like maybe a wire mesh, but a little door that you can open. And I like bang on that, and I say to the kid who's driving, "We need Mountain Dew and Doritos."
Yeah, okay.
And then
yeah,
you're gonna take us to, and then you're gonna take us to Zeke's house.
Does he have another bear there? That's all I need to know.
And I laugh and say, "Only an owl bear."
What the fuck's an owl bear? That comes. Is that bigger or smaller than the bear we just had in the back?
And I think we're like, I'm just in we're probably just in hysterics at this point at how ridiculous this whole thing has been. And I'm very happy to make that scene. That's like, unless anybody else wants to add anything. I mean, Rich, did you want to actually have our D&D game scene, or
not as drunk as you guys are acting like?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That reminds me of actual D&D games that I would not like to think about again.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think it's just absolutely a terrible D&D game. Yes.
See, that's what playtesting is for. I would not have known this game needed a bear.
Yeah, all the credit goes to Steven. I'm just out here empowering the idea.
So do we want to like skip ahead to the next morning, or is there more chaos to be caused at night?
I think that's like, I mean, did you want to have a scene that evening for your character, Bethany?
I can't really think of one of a good one in the evening.
Yeah, I think in an effort to not make it a whole one note, that's enough.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
You have delivered the bear, not to any of the places you were supposed to, but you have delivered the bear somewhere.
Yep.
which means that you can, if you want, consider that problem solved and pick another problem and take a token, or
Oh,
you can either pick it from the list or like declare that another problem has come up that you want to make your problem.
okay. I will look over the options.
Well, I think I think the scene that I would be in, it would probably involve the bear. Since I just got hired
Get
at
away
the park.
from it. You can't get away
Yeah.
from it.
So, do we want to maybe do Zeke's problem instead first to interrupt the bear thing?
I mean, it might be good to like. I mean, unless we want to keep coming back to the bear, but it's fine. We can do Zeke's problem too. Doesn't matter.
The bear's the main character of this story.
Well, we can switch to a dog for a while. This seems to be an animal centric.
Yeah, I mean,
Stories.
or if you're not feeling that problem, which I think we could probably also like draft something else that would fit there that matches our tone better.
I didn't realize the bear would be quite so much, and now the dog thing seems kind of weird. So I think I do want to just.
Sure,
Why don't
yeah.
you guys go to a different scene, and I'll just think about another
Okay.
problem.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Well, I think it's Yolanda's first day at her new job at the Nameless Park, where her boss is Keisha, who now has a bear.
And what are you doing with the bear, to clarify, like when the scene opens?
I'm not doing anything with the
Oh,
bear.
okay. Never mind. Sorry.
I just showed
misunderstood.
up looking around like, okay, who do I talk to? I don't think I know that Keisha is my new boss. I don't know who my supervisor is going to be. I didn't talk to her. I talked to somebody else. So I'm just kind of standing at, the doorway of the little like, visitor building, and it's locked. Okay, no, they said 8 o'clock. Where is everybody?
Yeah, I'll play Keisha.
Cool.
And so I think the a Range Rover pulls up, and it is being driven by a woman wearing a wedding dress. And she pulls up, steps. It's that thing where she's got like the dress, but not the headpiece, and not the big floofy thing around her waist, right? And she's wearing, she's wearing her, like, whatever, her, her Carhartt boots instead of her bride shoes. But she pulls in, and she says, "Oh God, thank God you are here. I was worried that." Oh, Yolanda.
Do you
When
hear like engagement pictures?
no, I'm here to open the park office for you so that you can go man. I'm here to open the park office for you so that you can get the keys to the golf cart so that you can patrol the grounds. When Tom told me that he hired someone, I didn't know it would be you.
I didn't know you worked here either. Okay. Anyway,
I'm surprised that after what you did to me, you didn't become a hairdresser.
No, because that's the opposite of what I would do after that.
Well, you certainly did. You certainly did a number.
Yeah, I know you were bald for months, but you're not now. You're not now. See, it's all good. Grow back.
Yeah, well, yeah, but not it never grew back. Right.
It looks good to me. With
Yeah, it used to be wavy.
um, yeah. Do you have the key?
Yeah, I sure do. No, we're not going to be taking engagement pictures because I'm getting married today. We're getting married in the park.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm here on my wedding day to let you in because you don't have a key. On my wedding day, she's saying it like very passive aggressively as she's opening the door
Yeah.
for you.
You got here early. That's all. You have plenty of time to prepare for your wedding.
Yes, well, and she walks in and goes over to a, there's like one of those like key cases on the wall and puts another key in that, opens it, pulls out a set of keys, says, "Here you go. Um, uh, oh, by the way, um, I am so glad that you are here because last night a bear got loose in my neighborhood and it's actually at my house. So, I tranquilized it. Um, it ran through the middle of my bachelorette party. It was crazy. But I tranquilized it, and so I'm gonna I'm gonna send someone over with a pickup to bring it over here, and just if you could just babysit it for me until we figure out where we're gonna release it, that would be great.
Babysit it.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't, get into the trash. Keep it company, keep it entertained, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like thinking this is a test. This has to be a test. Uh, sure. I will babysit your bear.
Great. Well, I've got to go curl my hair. So, uh, good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Like go out and
She
try to
goes,
figure out which key turns the golf cart on.
she walks back out, gets in the car, like pulls out a little too fast, maybe a little too much of a rooster tail for someone who's just driving normally.
Mhm. Um. Okay. Yeah. I get in the golf cart and go down to the down to the dam where there are more of those paddle boats pulled up. Um,
Well, in the
and
reservoir, sure, yeah, a little dock with the
Mhm.
pedal boats. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yep,
great. Yeah.
and kind of circle around like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and nobody's here I guess she said patrol the grounds. There's not a lot of grounds, but okay, I'll just drive the stupid golf cart around a while. Totally thinking that the bear was purely a test to see how I would react.
And then like I'm totally cool with having that be the scene. Are you? Was there something
Sure,
else you
yeah.
wanted out of it, or
Nope, that is
okay?
that's good. Um, did
Rich,
Grace
what's your? Did you want to? Have you settled on a new problem?
Um, I was mostly listening. Maybe I'll go with the rec league thing, but that seems weird when a wedding's going on. So I was trying to think of something that's a B plot that doesn't break the flow. But
We could like the wedding. We don't have to see the wedding. we can totally pick up several days after the wedding.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, unless your desire don't you want to, like, I mean, do you want that scene where you tell me I'm making a huge mistake, or that you're in love with me?
No, I'm the one that needs to tell you that
Oh,
you're
that's
making
right.
a huge
You need
mistake.
the one to tell me it's a huge mistake. Did you want to, like, or is after the wedding a more kind of
I mean, we could-
sporadically appropriate time for some kind of scene like that?
Double down on goals and like team up with Grace, and the two of you could hatch a plot.
Grace, do you know that Zeke is secretly in love with Fabien? Because, I mean, you're a natural ally.
Well, of course. I understand all these people better than they understand themselves.
I mean, is making Grace your weird aunt too far of a stretch, or?
That's okay. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, jumping past the wedding kind of that's like the main.
Sure.
No, I'm saying that would be problematic because it
okay.
kind of just sucks the wind out of the
Sure.
the only.
So then let's do this. Let's retcon it and have the wedding be a week later.
Well, I mean,
Bachelor
I
party.
don't think time. No, I don't. I don't want to
okay.
retcon the bachelor party. I'm just
Okay. No. Like, I'm not saying get rid of the bachelor party, but if we've got a little more time in between, that puts a little less pressure on it to us to do it right away. Or
we could just condense it. Like we could have a flashback to.
Oh yeah, we
something
can do
that you set
flashbacks
up.
too. Flashbacks and flash forwards and stuff. Yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to have a conversation with Grace, I guess. I don't know, where would we find Grace?
Okay, here's what. It's time for the annual festival at blank, and instead it's time for the wedding at blank. You and your rival Keisha always enter the same contest, in this case, Fabien's heart.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like that's like I have seen the scenario of like your new girlfriend / fiance versus your gaming group happen on too many occasions. And that seems like a thing where, yeah, definitely that could be a thing that is like competing for attention.
Okay.
So, yeah, it seems like your problem is just built into your person question.
Yeah. Anything more than that is kind of extraneous and
Yeah.
less interesting. So I'll just phrase that person into the problem. That's cool.
So I would imagine Grace probably has a plan, since the bear thing just didn't work out super well.
Well, I am officiating the wedding after all. So I mean, where do we want to open the next scene then? Because I have a thought. I have a thought of because of course I have a thought about kind of opening on the vows as Grace gives a very ambivalent like speech on love to the two of you. Because and of course sometimes rather than finding two people that don't love each other decide to settle for, who happens to be around. But of course, you two love each other, of course. And, sometimes the, you wake up at night and think, why am I with this person rather than the person I should be with? But of course, nothing like that, I'm certain, ever happens to you. And I glare at Keisha pointedly. And I think really my plan here is, if nobody speaks up, is to just, fake a heart attack.
Yeah, go for it. What does that look like?
I'm just like, oh. And of course, I still have the walker, because I just go everywhere with it. It's and I just kind of, I feel something, a tightening, and I fall over and just sweep the walker out over at the two of you. See who else I can get into this fall with me.
Oh, you totally hit Keisha in the shins with it.
Is this a roll here, or?
I mean, I feel like it's a
Yes.
social. I'm trying to convince you all that I'm having a heart attack. And it's like, Keisha, I need you to go with me to the hospital. Fabien, I need you to stay here. I definitely need the two of you separate for right now. Keisha is the only one that has medical knowledge that can help me. I'm basically an animal. Keisha knows animals.
Yeah, and so I'm panicky, and I look at Keisha like what do we do?
I guess we gotta.
No, get her to the hospital. Get her to the hospital.
No.
It's gonna be...
Kyle stands up from the chairs and basically the back row, and he's wearing his hat, and he's got his tuxedo T-shirt, which is what he wore to this wedding. He's like, I'll take Grace to the hospital. The wedding must go on.
But I cannot possibly go with you, because now I see the darkness coming over me, and I just can't keep it a secret any longer. I've always suspected that you are the father of Paulina's baby. And then there's just Rob in the audience.
I think this is a roll.
What are you talking about? And you try to get me beat up.
Well, I'm trying to get you blown up, I think is the more accurate term here. So.
That's not better.
Right, let me go open that. Where did I have that? I know I have an email from you.
Hold on a sec. I will put it in here. No.
There we go. Okay, and let me now. Yeah, and that's a 9, and I'm not going to reduce that because there's just too much on the line here. Too much on the line.
Awesome. So, what are some complications that? I mean, there's probably a million here.
Yeah. What are any of the complications that could come out of this?
You're very convincing, and Keisha starts doing CPR.
And then we hear some cracked ribs. That's what happens when you do CPR on people.
Any other thoughts?
You could actually go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Yeah. that's a pretty good one, actually.
I feel like that's more a full miss there. I'll go with the perform CPR on me.
Well, we each get to suggest
Okay.
something.
Right.
So,
Okay.
And this is this is the 7 to 9 consequence, right?
Yeah.
That we're talking about here.
Rob thinks that you're saying that Fabien is the father of the child, not Kyle, like you meant to imply.
Well, that's pretty interesting. And I think that the other 7 to 9 is that because it's a success but with a complication. What is your goal? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to stop the wedding.
You're trying to stop the wedding. Okay, got it. All right. Because you're not. Yeah, because you're actually kind of conducting it. You're officiating it. All right. You know what? It's that Keisha and I both ride with you to the hospital to see if you're okay. Like wedding, like it will stop the wedding, but it won't separate us which is kind of seemed like the secondary goal.
Yeah. I really like though that idea that he just misinterprets my pronouncement. Yeah, I think that probably like while Keisha is administering CPR on me, like he just stands up and goes, "How dare you touch my Paulina?" And of course, he's still actually thinking about the boat.
Yeah. Oh, the pedal boat. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
And he just like climbs up onto this like impromptu stage and just like pulls you off to get into a fist fight with you.
All right. Yeah, and I'm just like I cannot, like, I'm no good at this at all. I'm like a computer dork and stuff like that. And I'm like looking desperately at Zeke as he's starting to pound on me. You're my best man, dude. Come on.
Oh my god, I knew I should have gotten fired earlier. Yeah, I mean, I'll run up and tackle him with my jock -1, trying to get him off of Fabien. So let's give it a shot, I guess. It's a fail.
Yeah, I mean, he's big and enraged. How do you make this worse? Oh, you make a ton of noise and draw the attention of the one park employee who isn't actually at the wedding and is driving around in a golf cart with a bear like curled up in the back sleeping. And Yolanda shows up like with a golf cart with a bear in the back. Gets out, kind of takes one look, is like, I'll call 911. Runs off to get the phone because she doesn't have it on her for some reason. And there's a golf cart sitting there with a bear in it.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, is there any kind of material or is there any mechanical weight to the fact that I'm getting pummeled, or is it just
Nope, it's purely narrative. There's no
got
harm.
it? Okay, all right. So I'm like I'm like covered up while he's like wailing on me and whatever. Zeke is like, on his back trying to pull him off or something. And And I'm just like, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care about the stupid boat. You can have it back. You can have it back. I didn't even know it was yours. Kyle gave it to me.
He just turns his rage, his battle rage glare at you, Kyle.
I think Eli.
I think Eli might be gone.
BRB. Yeah. Oh nope.
I just got back. So
There's a
Where are we
crowd of
at?
people though between you and him right now. What do you do, Kyle?
between Kyle and Rob,
Yeah.
and Rob's coming for me.
Rob, our film's surprise action hero.
Kyle's gonna run. Kyle's a coward. Doesn't want to tangle with that.
There's a golf cart with keys in it.
Oh, yes.
Also a bear, but
The bear recognizes me. I am the bear's friend because I fit it garbage. And so I run to the golf cart and hop in it, and the bear lumbers over and hops in the seat next to me. And just by the weight of the bear, it immediately starts rolling down that hill.
rolling toward the lake.
Glad we kept this serious.
Yeah, that one's is that a roll to see if like you can I don't know what a success would be.
Yeah,
I guess not having our battle rage war vet bartender Rob catch you.
Yeah, me and Fozzie have to make an escape. Not sure what stat I would roll with, and I don't. I'm actually still one token short.
This feels like either maybe social or not social, physical to like run and get the thing moving, or maybe nerd if you're like trying to like hotwire it maybe.
Okay, I've got one physical, so I'll try that. We'll see how that goes. I rolled a 7 plus 1 is 8. So we've got those.
You can get a token to take. You can get a token if you take a miss here.
I think I'd die if I take a miss, or Rob tries to blow me up.
I mean, and is that a problem?
I don't really want Kyle to be grievously injured.
Okay.
So I think we'll just go with complications.
The golf cart's already rolling downhill, right? You can't stop when it rolls into the lake.
Kyle takes out some of those firecrackers he of course has on him because he's a demolitions guy, and he throws it at the golf cart, setting it on fire.
You mean Rob, right?
Sorry, Rob, yes.
I don't know. I'm a fan of rolling into the lake.
I mean, I think we can do both of those things at the same time. That Rob throws the firecrackers and they set the cart on fire, and Kyle and the bear and the cart, which is now on fire, all go headfirst into the lake.
and Rob is just shouting again, just, "This is the Armageddon called Rob!"
I didn't do it, man. I swear it wasn't me. The old lady, she's telling lies. She's lying to you. I wouldn't do that.
And I'm like helping Zeke up, and like, dude, are you okay?
I mean, we just went through an Armageddon, so no.
This is, what the hell just happened?
Rob?
Am I please tell me you still have the ring after all of that.
Checks his pockets, feels the ring. No. Maybe it fell. Oh, and he gets down on the ground and starts acting like he's looking for it.
And like, I'm just, and I think this is where I just like, hands to head, I'm standing there, eyes goggled, like, oh my God, this is like I didn't think this could get any worse.
I think Keisha realizes like that this is not actual cardiac arrest. I don't think she like actually cracked any bones. She just like started and like, wait, no, you're actually completely fine, aren't you?
She did the good EMT thing where before you do it, you go up and you say, "Are you all right? Are you okay?" And then you check if they're doing it or not. You do a sternum rub, which is where you take your knuckles and you rub it like on their chest here, like hard, and that Grace immediately just breaks.
Yeah, I think so. And but like she just gets up and she's like,
"Oh, I was probably just not a bit faint after all."
"What were you thinking hiring her?" Honey, this is I don't know where you couldn't have we just gotten a regular minister, notary public, somebody.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
And you're coming and so like, I'm like, Zeke is on his hands and knees crawling around, and I'm here like this, and then you come up with that. And I think this is where like I just like I throw my arms up and I'm like, you're the one that wanted to get married in the freaking park instead of a church. Don't blame me for this.
You can hire people to come to the park. You don't have she's crazy.
I know. But do you know where the actual pastor is right now? He's in church.
Right. Sunday morning was probably
Look, everybody, this is we got to figure this out. Everybody go home. Just go home. Everybody just go home.
I'm sure I can find it. I'll keep looking.
I'm sorry about all that. I'll send you a pie. And I pat is it Zeke? Zeke was the one that was getting married, right?
No.
Nope, that's me.
Oh, right. Sorry. What? Oh, yeah.
Fabien.
Yeah, I pat Fabien on the shoulder and like just like I was just having no problem at all. I just walk off with my walker.
Look, baby, this is we'll figure this out, but right now I gotta help Zeke with something. And why don't you just go home before you mess your dress up?
I think it's best if we're not near each other right now. Yeah, you go do what you're gonna do, and And she like stomps off.
And I get down on my hands and knees and I'm start looking around with Zeke. And and we're down there together. And I'm like, I may need to crash on your couch tonight.
Of course. No problem, man. I mean, Mikasa Sukasa.
Yeah, this is a disaster.
I know.
How do you jumped right on that psycho though. I don't know if I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I don't know if I'd have done the same for you.
No, you probably wouldn't have. But that's cool. It was just I didn't want to see you get hurt.
Yeah, well, thanks. You know what? This sucks. This sucks. You know what?
It does.
Get up. And I'm standing up and I'm like tugging at your arm. Get up. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Look. I'll call the catering company. They got to come clean up all this crap anyway. And I'll just tell them to look for the ring. And I'll give them a big fat reward if one of them finds it. We don't, I ordered it online. It's not like a family heirloom or anything. They'll find it.
It was really nice.
You don't want to screw this. You don't need to be hanging around. You don't need to be sitting on your hands and knees. I have a gigantic headache right now. And I think what I need is caffeine.
Yeah.
And to break something. So let's go play Smash.
That sounds amazing.
All right.
But you can't be Charizard because you fucking own.
You know what? Best man picks first. That's what I say. But only today.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm just gonna call for pizza right now so that it's there when we get there. And I get out my phone and I yes, yeah, I want a large, a large meat worshippers, extra cheese, and also extra cheese. Do you understand? Yes. All right. And I give Zeke's address and I'm like, boop.
I mean, we should go before the bear comes back.
Good call. And I'm fine with that being seen.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was beautiful. Oh, okay. Okay, I think now is my chance to apologize or not to Yolanda as she's stalking off and ends up in the park office. And they're trying to call and what? I'm dialing 1 and then it keeps telling me what the hell?
Is this with Keisha in the office or?
Yeah, or no, I'm yeah, okay. So Yolanda's already in the office trying to make the phone call. Keisha comes maybe this is where Keisha ends up when she stomps off.
Did one of you want to play Keisha or shall I continue to do it? What are your thoughts on that?
You go ahead. My throat's pretty sore from playing Rob anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Keisha comes Keisha comes in and Keish comes in and she says, you need to press 5 to get an outside line.
5. What the? Okay. What's going on down there?
And Keisha has her ring of keys out.
The old lady still.
And
Did anybody get the old lady to the hospital?
Keisha has her ring of keys out, and she walks over to, there's like a big steel cabinet, and she sticks a key in and turns it and pulls out a rifle.
The bear get loose?
Yes, the bear got loose. And like takes a couple of tranquilizer darts out, like holds the rifle long enough for you to think she's going to actually shoot the bear, but then like gets a couple of, like knocks the breech open, slides a dart in.
You need some help? I don't see
No.
another gun in there, but
No, I don't need help. But if you're going to work here, you're going to need to know how to do this. Have you ever fired one of these before?
no, it's
All right, come with me.
pretty good one. All right.
Now, there's enough tranquilizer in here to take down just about any bear that you're going to come across, as long as they are not enraged and charging at you. If you shoot anything much smaller than a bear, there's a risk that it might kill it. So make sure everything's color-coded. The red ones are for bears.
Okay.
Green is for deer, elk, stuff like that. And the little yellow ones, that's for smaller animals. If you've got a rabid raccoon or a skunk that you need to get out of the area, that's just, you got to make sure you use the right ones.
Okay.
And come walking up and like, there's the bear snuffling around, at the like a tipped over trash can on the beach, right? And so I and I say, all right, well, here you go.
Yeah, okay. And I'll take it. And I'm not sure what kind of role this is, but I'm sure this is a role. Because I could make this situation much worse.
And I kind of walk around the back and I say, and I like very kind of in a very matter of fact, like I was an instructor at a Girl Scout camp, right? Am like, okay, straighten your elbow, lift it up, put your, and kind of like rest your chin directly against the stock, look down it. Do you see? Line up and I like tap the front and back sight, line these two up, put it right in the bear's ass, and then count backwards from 3, letting out a breath. And when the breath is all the way out, just squeeze the trigger, don't pull it.
Okay. Yeah. What role is this, do you think?
You're shooting. This is a jock thing.
Cool. Which I have a negative
right?
1 in.
It's like a total jock thing.
I have a negative 1, and that's also a 4. Could not fail harder.
Eli, you want to be our game master here?
I mean, my suggestion, if it was a mixed result, is...
It's not. You're the game master. Tell us what happens, man.
All right. You think everything's going fine, but you're focusing in so hard on this bear that you miss Kyle as Kyle runs and jumps in front of the bear and takes the dart. And you just shot Kyle with the tranquilizer dart.
Oh, you stupid skate punk son of a bitch.
Shit. I shot him with the red one. Oh, fuck. I'm like running up to him.
And I'm just like you go bolting over to him, and I'm just walking up slowly, and I'm like he probably smokes these darts. And there goes the bear, I say, as it lumbers, down the shoreline and into the woods.
Yeah, to look after it, real quick, and also like notice the top of the golf cart in the water. I'm like, what the? No, never mind. Kyle, hey, stay. Don't die, don't die.
Why? What's so fussy?
Get his other arm, I say, like haul him up, and we do the 2-person fireman carry, right?
Yeah.
Like back up to the cabin, dump him into a chair.
Is there anything that like reverses these things?
No, he's just gonna sleep it off here.
I mean, you said this could kill somebody or something smaller than a bear. He's smaller than a bear. Not that much smaller. It's a small bear, but still.
No, he'll be all right. It'll knock him out for longer than it would a bear, but he'll be okay.
Okay. Well, sorry, Kyle.
Actually, what's funny is, it's like a ranger joke. It's like a hazing thing that they used to do to new rangers, because they make sure, like, the reason I'm not worried is that they make sure that the tranquilizers are, that if you do accidentally stupidly shoot someone, it's not gonna it's not gonna kill them.
Okay. Wait. They shoot each other with what the fuck?
And I'm over at the cabinet, and I say, yeah, actually, it's kind of a rite of passage, and point it at you and pull the
Yep.
trigger.
Yep. Nice. I think that scene there is like,
Absolutely.
everything goes black.
Oh yeah.
I guess who has storylines that they want to keep going? Like I'm good with ending Kyle whenever.
Yeah, I'm pretty much feel like I've wrapped up my thing as well.
You have accomplished your goal. You interrupted the wedding. So maybe we need a Zeke, and maybe we need that game.
Okay. Yeah, that could be a good capper.
Yeah.
So that's
And I go, and yeah, I think it's the two of us at your place on your couch
Mhm.
with the with the controllers and whatever, our Switch controllers. And
I'll just point out that Zeke is using the 2 Joy-Cons hooked to a thing. You have the Pro controller.
yes, yeah.
We don't explain how that was distributed, but you have the Pro controller.
Well, it's you it's your place, so but I'm the guest, so, and yeah, and I say, that is why I play.
You could have turned items off. I told you it's cool if we turn items off. You want the best of 5?
Isn't it best of 7 at this point?
Okay, yeah, best of 7. Fine.
Oh my god. Oh.
I will stop playing Kirby. Okay, I'll flip over. I'll Princess Daisy your ass. Let's go. Let's go.
Is there anything better than that first slice of pizza out of the box? And is there anything worse than that last slice of pizza out of the box? Oh my god. I've told you not to let me get. Oh, I've told you not to let me get triple cheese, but you didn't say anything. What kind of best man are you?
Man, you needed it. At least the first few slices. Last few, that was probably a bad idea.
You know what I need?
What do you need?
You know what I need? Oh,
What?
I can't though. I can't. Biscuit Shack, man. I'm not supposed to. I haven't
Listen,
had once.
You just had a triple cheese pizza. If you eat biscuits, you won't shit for 3 weeks, dude.
Oh, I want it so bad though. I mean, this is gonna be the last time I possibly could.
What do you mean?
I
She's not
mean,
gonna let you go to Biscuit Shack?
I haven't been to Biscuit Shack since I started going out with her. Because they've got because they have that because they've got the sign on the front lawn about who you should vote for. So I'm not allowed to go there.
Man, I mean, I don't like the sign either, but people's gonna people. She won't. I can't believe she won't let you go to Biscuit Shack. That's
No, but that's see, you don't. I mean, you don't get it because you're like this bachelor life, this perennial bachelor thing. This is pretty sweet. I don't know how you have managed to avoid getting having to grow up, man. But this is pretty great. But you know, when you live with someone, you gotta meet them halfway. You know what I mean? And halfway is stop short of the Biscuit Shack.
why do you have to go halfway? Why do you have to sacrifice part of who you are for someone? Why can't they just accept you the way you are, Fabien? Isn't that the right person, the person you should be with?
I mean, well, yeah, but she's trying to help me be. I was about to say she's trying to help me be better. I can't believe how that sounds.
Doesn't sound good.
You know what though? Like, I will tell you this. We are this is not going to be what happened with Rich when, as soon as he got a girlfriend, we never saw him again. Right? I've stuck with the game the whole time.
I mean, you haven't. You haven't quit the group. And I appreciate that. It means a lot to me.
I mean, I don't see why this has to change anything, right? I mean, this is, me coming here and us playing Smash and me still playing and me still being in the campaign. That's her meeting me halfway. Because I mean, she doesn't really get any of this at all. So I mean, I've tried to explain. I tried to get her to play. I tried to play Dragonfire with her, and it just didn't. She didn't get it.
I mean, Dragonfire is not really like an easy entry kind of thing. I mean, I could give you a list of 5 games. It's fun.
Yeah, what am I gonna I just. We're gonna play Dungeon !
Babe, do you really love her, or you just feel like you're supposed to be married?
And that's kind of dumb. I wouldn't be. I mean, we've been we've been seeing each other for like 2 years.
That's not an answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You guess? If we hadn't had a bear, a heart attack, and a lost ring, you'd be married to her right now. And you guess?
I mean, this was a crazy day.
Tell me, Fabien, was there a part of you that was relieved when this didn't happen? Because you sure called it off quick.
I wasn't looking forward to, I mean, cold chicken parmesan.
If you don't want to be with her, don't be with her. You won't be alone. If that's why you're trying to get married, to not be alone, I won't let you be alone.
I don't know. My mom is like talks about nothing but grandkids. And to be honest, the business kind of runs itself these days.
Holy shit. You're getting married because you're bored? Because your mom wants a grandkid?
I mean, it's not it's not because I'm bored. I mean, I couldn't before because I was so busy. I mean, that's not the same as because I'm bored, right?
It's not. But what if you now have a magic wand in your hand, Fabien? What if you weren't alone? And what if you could adopt a grandkid, somebody that really needs a home? And you had something new and exciting in your life. What if that? Would you want that? It sounds like that doesn't mean Keisha.
Okay. There's one really important question about this that I would need to answer first. How many charges does the wand have?
Standard 3.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. If it was full, then yeah, for sure. And I just start to laugh. And kind of just throw my head back like, kind of and I sort of glance at my phone and I'm like, they really should have found that ring by now. Whatever. I ordered it online, I say again, and kind of toss my phone on the side table.
They're not going to find it, man.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I know I'm right because I still have it.
Wait, what?
Everything was going crazy, and I thought I saw an out to keep you from doing this thing that you shouldn't be doing. And he just kind of drops the ring, and it clatters on the coffee table.
Jesus, Zeke, if you man, if you hate Yolanda that much, you should have said something before.
I mean, honestly, I don't hate Keisha. I just don't think she's right for you.
And I kind of and I look at Zeke. and I say, I don't know. Thinking maybe more that I'm not right for her. But I don't know. This is it's kind of a plot twist, man.
I can go one better. I think the right person for you is right here.
And I kind of look, and I it takes a second for that to kind of really sink in.
And Zeke is just like, I'm going to look at you until you deny me.
Yeah. And I kind of go, huh. And shrug, lean back on the couch, look over at you and say, best of 7, motherfucker.
Zeke chuckles and nods, and then he'll sit back and then pause the game. Yeah.
Just fade out. The music, coming back up for the game.
I don't know how we got rights to be able to play Smash music during this show, but
Slightly off,
we knew. Okay, it's an old Yamaha synthesizer that doing impressions of the. Okay, rock on.
And that just feels like the place to roll our credits.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
Although I do just imagine after the credits are done rolling, we just have a close-up of Rob just going, I know you didn't mean to hurt me, baby, by being with him. I promise you nothing will ever keep us apart again. And then we just zoom out and he's just there with his boat and no one else. And he just paddles away.
That's fantastic. That's
I guess our
excellent.
last shot of Kyle is Kyle on a beat up sofa in his shitty apartment, and he hits a blunt and then passes it to the bear sitting on the couch next to him.
Yeah. I think the last shot of Yolanda is her waking up and kind of looking at Keisha like, okay, we're even now.
Oh, when you wake up, your head is shaved.
Yes. yes. Perfect.
So it's a rub the head, then we're even now?
Yep.
And
I think I started to say that before I realized that it's shaved. And then she's like, yeah, we sure are.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's fantastic.